Greetings, children. Welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. First of all, a very happy new year to each one of you. The following video is for class 3, subject general science, chapter 13, soil, part 2. In part 1 of this lesson, we learnt about how the soil is formed, what is soil and how the soil is formed. Soil is mainly formed by the weathering of rocks. What do I mean by weathering? Breaking up of rocks by the natural processes of wind, rain, heat, rivers, movement of animals, etc. These different processes have broken down huge different rocks to smaller particles of the soil. So that is how the soil is formed. So to continue, I'll be reading from page number 116 from your textbooks. If you have your textbooks, please follow them. Okay. Why is soil important? So why is soil important? We are learning so much about soil, isn't it? Soil is formed like this, soil has this, that, everything we are going to learn about soil, right? So why is soil important to us? Soil is porous. Porous means it has holes. Okay, small holes, deep holes, very small holes, like that. So things can penetrate into it. Penetrate means it can go inside. This makes it easy for the plants to grow in it. Now here itself in the picture you can see how the roots of that plants have grown well, and it is holding on to the soil so firmly. So roots of the plants and trees push down into the soil and get a firm grip. Therefore, plants can stand upright. That is why plants can stand upright, because they hold the soil very firmly. You can see in this picture itself the roots of the plants. This is just a small plant. Okay, small plant. If the root is such it has such nice grip under the ground, means think about huge trees. Okay, think about the huge trees which will have roots deep down into the soil, which can hold the soil so tightly, and that is helping the plants to stand up straight. Okay, plants are usually they are standing straight, isn't it? Yes. Rainwater can also seep into the ground. That is how we have groundwater under the soil. When it rains, no, this water, it will start because of the pores, because there is a lot of holes. Inside that holes, this water will just flow inside the soil, and that is why we have groundwater also. How do we extract groundwater? By bore wells or wells. Many small animals like worms, ants, microbes, etc. make way into the soil and live there. This is an earthworm that you can see on the picture. Like this, many other worms also, ants, they all live on the soil because it has pores in it, it has air in it, it has proper nutrition in it, the plants grow in it, and it is a very good medium for the animals like worms, ants, and microbes to grow in it. Okay, as soil has been formed from rocks, there are many minerals deep inside the soil. So next topic is soil horizon. Horizons means it is nothing but the soil has some layers called the horizon. Horizon means the different layers of the soil. So there are three horizons, that is A, B and C, present in all type of soil, that you can see in your textbook also. The three horizons are A, B and C, that is topsoil, subsoil and parent material. Now here in your screen or in your textbook, there are other layers of soil also shown. So that is first layer is the organic material or the humus. Second layer is topsoil, subsoil, parent material or the rocks, and the bed rocks. So what is humus? Or here you can see the picture of different layers of the soil. The topmost layer is the organic layer, second layer is the top soil, third layer is the subsoil, parent material and bedrock. Bedrock means it is like hard rocks will be present. From that hard rocks only, due to weathering only, all these different layers of soil have been formed. So first is humus or the organic, which is represented as O in your textbook. This layer is a thick layer of plant and animal remains such as leaves and twigs, microbes, dead worms, etc. Here mainly there is lot of dead remains, okay, remains of the plants and animals. Okay, it is very organic, it has good nutrition that is required for the plants, that is humus or the organic material. Next layer is the topsoil. Topsoil, it is a thin layer, it contains organic matter and minerals. This layer is a main layer where plants and organisms live. Okay, it gives a firm grip for the plants to grow properly in the soil, and it is very thin layer. Okay, topsoil is a thin layer. Then next is subsoil. This layer contains clay, iron and organic matter. So these layers are they help the plants also to grow. Next is parent material or the rock. All the above layers develop from this layer. Parent means from this layer only the next other layers are formed. That is why it is called the parent material or the rock. All the above layers developed from this layer. It is made up of weathered or decomposed rocks. Weathered means broken down or decomposed rocks. Next is bedrock. Last layer is the bedrock layer. This is the bottom. This bottom layer is several feet below the surface. The bedrock is made up of the large solid mass of rocks. From these only they become the parent material. From a parent material to the subsoil, then to the topsoil. It like this the formation of the different layers of the soil takes place. Here also I'll show you another last picture about the different layers of the soil. How the topmost layer or the horizon, that is where a lot of organic matter is present. Next is the topsoil where the plants can grow very well. Third is the subsoil, then parent material and the bedrock. Down the bedrock there are very hard rocks that are present, which helps in the formation of different layer of the soil. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself and keep learning, children. And a very happy new year once again to you and all of you in your family. Thank you, children.